You're listening to The Kelly Slusher Show with your host, Kelly Slusher.
Hello, everybody. Thanks for joining me again for my podcast episode. Thank you. And I'm a little distracted because I'm thinking about these cookies that I'm getting ready to make. I'm making heart-shaped Valentine's cookies, and I'm going to be giving them away to my friends, and that's what I'm going to do. But I'm decorating them like next level. So I'd never done this level of decorating on these sugar. They're going to be shortbread. And I'm going to do some shortbread, and then I'm going to do some sugar cookies. Because some people that I know, a couple people who can't have eggs, so shortbread is the answer. Anyway, that's going to be fun, and I hope they turn out beautiful. And so that's where my mind's at. I've been thinking about those cookies that I want to make, and then I've been playing my ukulele and singing I like to sing jazz on my ukulele, like older type of songs. I don't really know what genre you put it all in, but it's pretty. So I've been in that world of heart-shaped cookies and romantic songs on my ukulele. Just sounds, it's just, it's that time. Also, it's just, there's some stuff going on, like my aunt is in the ICU. She's in the hospital, and I'm not sure if she's going, like, what's going on with her. And there's just been, like, people passing away. So it's a little bit of a sad time. And then when people, it's interesting because my dad passed away 2 years ago, and it triggers that grief. It's all new to me. I'm like, oh, it's triggering this grief from my dad. Okay, that's interesting, because I guess when you have like big losses like that, like you can feel like, oh, I'm fine. And then something can like trigger it, and you're like, oh, there's that feeling again. It's not as intense, but there's that, like, it's sad when you lose your parents. And so anyway, I'm going to just cope with life by making heart-shaped cookies and singing beautiful songs on my ukulele. And I'm going to add one of them their songs that I'm going to sing. I'm going to put it on the end here. Putting it on the end. And so I'm going to share it with you. I wish I could put some cookies on the end too, so you can have some. That is something I am going to do. I want to. And it's also, I'm still in product development as far as my little selling. I don't know. I got so many ideas. It'll all manifest itself. Just take some time. Anyway, so I've got some mundane talk for y'all. So yesterday I was at the store. I was really tired. As I talk about, I've got this weekend baking thing, and it's just so hard. I want to get a GoPro and wear it and just film myself so I can, and just like do like a speed up thing and like maybe like clips of it so people can see how intense it is. Like I'll show up at 5 because the weekends are super busy. And so I only have a limited amount of time to get all of the morning baking pastries and stuff out. And so I literally, at least on Saturdays, I'm like running. I wake up really early, get there, and like running to get it done. And my friend Heather, who's a chef, she went to culinary school, and she's always impressed. She's like, that's crazy. Like, to be able to bake like that early, like to have any kind of, brain to like think about what you have to do. She's like, that's amazing. And I was like, yeah, I think for a long time, I'd like the challenge of it. But anyway, so now I'm like, now what? Anyway, so on Monday mornings, I'm usually pretty tired. And so I was so tired. And so I'm like, I have to go to the store because I have to rest today, but I don't have any groceries, nothing that I'm going to. Anyway, long story. So I go to the store, and Anyway, so I pay, and then I realized she didn't give me my change, and I wanted my change. I mean, I'm just like, that's mine. It was like $10, but I was like, that's mine. And it's just that feeling of like, I like things to be buttoned up. So that would have just like all day if I would have like, no. But I leave my cart of groceries outside and I walk in. I'm like, excuse, I almost left my purse in there too, not thinking. And then I'm like, hey, excuse me. She's like already helping the other customer. I was like, can I get my money? Because you didn't give me my money. So anyway, she apologized. It takes her time. And I was like, oh my gosh, I left my groceries outside. So I like run out and bring it in. I'm like, hello, brain. You don't. Anyway, so that was silly. And then I go to my truck. I put the groceries in. The cart, I didn't see the cart collector thing, the cart corral. So then I was like, and so then I put my groceries in my truck, and then I see the thing, but I had left the cart like in front of, like what people do. And I see, and I get out and I roll it over, take it to the cart corral, and I'm walking back, and this man sees me do that, and he's like, well, that was very impressive. You could have just left it there, but you walked it all the way over to put it back. I just think that's just as great. That's just wonderful. The workers have to come and collect all of them, and you make it so much easier for them. He just was going on and on. I was like, and I kind of giggle. I'm like, yeah. And, but the reason why I do that is because I think that's the right thing to do. And then also, if your cart rolls and hits somebody's car, you are liable for that damage. And I don't need that kind of negativity in my life. So it's one of those things. I'm like, if I can. Now I know the reason why some people don't. And one of the reasons is because if they're handicapped and they can't walk far. There's like many reasons, or they have the kids, whatever it is. But then some people like leave it there and they're thinking it's for somebody else to grab. So there's not like, I don't know of a lot of it. Some of it is rude because I'll leave it like in like like they'll leave it in a parking space. Like, what are you doing? And then I always think, if you're the kind of person that actually takes the time and you can and you're able to take it all the way to the cart roundup corral thing, I think you're a trustworthy person. I think people can rely on you. I think that just is one of those things that you're probably a pretty honest person, so there's reasons. I didn't tell him all that, but I just was like, yeah. I know. It's so silly. Like, you're like this hero if you do something like that, but it's so silly. It's so easy. And then the other day, this is a different story, but in the store, this was the day after I had hosted that open mic. I was very tired, like more tired than I was yesterday. Like, it was just really exhausting because I ended up having to anyway, I'll get into that. I would say it was more exhausting than I thought it would be. Anyway, so I'm at the store. I'm in a different one that I don't really usually go to, and I didn't know what to buy because I walk around the store not knowing ever what to get because I want the other store, but anyway, so I'm just looking at some chicken, I'm looking at some like protein stuff, and I'm in that area, and I'm like, I don't know. I'm just standing there kind of like with my back to like the meat counter, and there's a lady standing at the meat counter, and she does something. She's got some glass thing. I don't know how she drops it, but she shatters this. It just shatters, and pieces just go everywhere, and it hits my legs. And I'm wearing leggings, and because I was wearing my leggings, it was fine. But had I not been wearing my leggings, I probably would have gotten a little cut. And I'm standing, it's literally all over around my feet. And my reaction was just like, oh. Her reaction, she was freaking out, and the guys behind the counter were trying to calm back. It's okay. You're fine. It's okay. Things that happen. And I was like, oh. And I just like had zero reaction and just like walked out, kind of checked my shoes, making sure I wasn't tracking glass everywhere. And I was like, well, I'm going to go somewhere where there's not a bunch of glass on the ground. It's one of those things, like sometimes I laugh at myself because I have like delayed reactions sometimes to things. I'm like, okay. I'm going to go over here now. And she probably thought I was the most aloof person, but I was so tired. And I was like, well, I'm just too tired to react. Someone else will clean that up. It's not my problem. It's not my wallpaper.
345 milliards. Ah oui. sécuriser tous les sûreté de la voix, mais peut-être aussi les images que je projette dessus. Encore une fois, je crois qu'on écoute tous. Il y a un seul bac, mais il y a des milliards.
Okay, so I had taken a little break and I don't want to re-record the whole podcast, so I'm just going to start here. So I just spent the day baking cookies. I recorded the podcast earlier, all the words I said before this, and then I went to my mailbox place and I picked up a bunch of things I had ordered for cookie decorating. And then I came home and I did the baking, and then I did the decorating, and they are so amazing looking. Like, I'm so proud of them. I kind of told myself, well, don't get too excited, because when it comes to things, like, I had never done what I wanted to do. Like, I wanted to make them look like kind of like that vintage Valentine's look. And and when you're working with I've painted. I'm not the best painter in the world, and I draw, and I do more like cartoony type of stuff, but I have a steady hand when it comes to like holding, like drawing. But when it comes to like piping bags full of like icing, and that's a whole other way of doing your art. And so I've had this vision for a long time. Anyway, I'm gonna take pictures and I'll put them on my Instagram. They're a real party, and I'm excited about giving them to people. So I'm going to add a song on the end here. That's the one thing I'm going to do. I'm going to record that and put that on there because it's going to be fresh. But I didn't expect to be this, I guess, wrapped up in those cookies. It took hours. Like, golly. I must have been like, I just started geeking out on it, and I was like, this is so fun. I just learned something new. But I had written on my notes that I wanted to say this. So I have, this is real quick. It's really, I just can't believe this. It's so crazy. So I have an aunt, and her name is Anita. And I doubt they listen to this or even acknowledge me. That I have so many aunts and uncles, so I'm going to say this. But she's been controversial in the family because she's just, I don't know. I don't want to get into that. But anyway, so I just found out that so one of my uncle used to say, he's not around anymore, and his name's Dwayne, but he changed his name to Rowdy, Uncle Rowdy. But he used to say, if you want anyone to know something, you can telephone, telegram, or tell Anita. And that was kind of like a joke. But I just found out that her last name, like, she married my uncle, so she has a last name of, I won't say her full name, but her last name is, it changed because her maiden name is Box. Her maiden name was Box. So she grew up with a name of Anita Box. Like, why would you name your kid Anita if your last name is Box? Can you imagine sitting in class and the teacher's like calling your name Anita Box? That's me. What? And I think her sister's name was Candy Box. But I just, all of a sudden, I was like, okay, all these things that were so strange about this person is all making sense. I mean, wow. Okay, so here at the end, I'm going to put a little ukulele song that I just recorded, a song called My Funny Valentine, which I'm greatly influenced by Chet Baker, who sings, I don't know if it's his original song, but he does this song, like, if you look it up on YouTube, oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. His voice, like, I'm definitely like, when I'm singing it, I'm thinking about the way Chet Baker sang it, but of course I'm not singing it like him, but it's so beautiful and passionate and just, it's so good. Anyway, So I love singing that song, but I don't know if I have ever put this on. Maybe I put it on last Valentine's Day. I just don't remember all this stuff. I don't have show notes for every show I've done. So if I repeated myself, but you'd have to listen to like a year's worth of archives. So I don't think I did, but anyway, here it is. Thanks for listening. All right, y'all. Okay. This is my shortest podcast ever. Okay. Bye-bye. My funny Valentine, sweet comic Valentine, you make me smile with my heart. Your looks are laughable, unphotographable, yet you're my favorite work of art. Is your figure less than Greek? Is your mouth a little weak? When you open it to speak, are you smart? But don't change a hair for me, not if you care for me. Stay, little Valentine, stay. Each day is Valentine's Day. Oh, don't change a hair for me, not if you care for me. Stay, little Valentine, stay. Each day is Valentine's Day.